A bipartisan majority of the House Budget Committee in Kansas rejected Governor Sam Brownback's plan to dissolve the Kansas Arts Commission. Now, Governor Brownback issued an executive order that cut state funding to the arts in Kansas, but on Monday, the House Government Efficiency Committee voted to restore nearly $800,000 in state funding for the commission. A motion to accept Brownback's strategy was defeated 2-5. Now, here with us, Steve Curtis, a member of the Kansas Art Commission, and Michael Toombs with Storytellers Incorporated. So for everyone at home trying to follow along, Governor Brownback has said we can't afford it. A group has come forward saying, darned it, we're going to. Thoughts?
Well, I think what it is that generally when these type situations come along, when things get difficult, the first thing that they go after is the arts budgets. And a lot of it is a result of the fact that people don't fully understand all the impacts that the arts have on their lives. And so we feel that it's important, in our particular case, to show them. We want to do an art event, invite artists out to participate, to bring supporters of their own, 10 individuals, 1 artist, 200 artists in all, out to the Capitol, and just have a day of showing them how positive creativity can be and how strong it impacts our community and society.
So you're an advocate for the arts and continuing to fund them. Steve Curtis, what say you?
Well, I look at it from a little bit different way, in that the argument is about the budget. It's supposed to be about funding, but the truth of the matter is the funds that go to the Kansas Art Commission are 0.014% of the budget, a very, very small amount. And the governor has said that he wants to eliminate the Kansas Art Commission, take the $573,000 it's invested, give $200,000 of it back to a new foundation. The problem with that is you miss out on $1.2 million in matching funds from out-of-state sources. And that's the money we use for programs.
So with so many people involved in helping shape that budget or decide the final budget, it seems like everybody has ideas for what they think is expendable in order to balance the budget. Some say, everybody's different.
Right.
What's the solution? To say, is there one?
I don't think that cutting something completely out is always the answer, especially when you don't fully understand all of the impact it has. When Kansas City rebuilt itself, one of the things it wanted to do with the crossroads was to get people to come back to the downtown. We go into the schools. We deal with juvenile justice. You know, so there are elements to the arts beyond the aesthetic, which is what I think most people focus on. Is, you know. And
where would you cut the money? Where would you find the money? What would you cut?
You mean personally out of the budget?
Well, it's personal, right?
Yeah, it is personal. But I guess it's more important for me to say that I would never try and presume to be able to tell these people how to look at their budget and decide what to cut out. What I ask them to do is to consider looking at the broader picture and let us bear some of the burden, but not all of the burden. Gotcha. Don't take it away.
I think that's correct. I think one of the things that you do is initially come in and talk to the program that's already in place. Look at the state agency that's already in position and say, how can we move to another place? What's happened is he's eliminated one and started another one. So it's not about the agency itself, but he hasn't taken into consideration what it takes for match funding. Now, as far as cuts go, you can always look at eliminating some of the sales tax I'm trying to think of the word. Some of the sales tax benefits where you don't have sales tax on new machinery, you don't have sales tax on things. That accounts for over $4 billion in the state budget every year.
You could find
$4 billion is a lot different than $375,000.
And I'm so sorry, because I feel like we could talk about this for a very long time, but we've run out of time this time. Hopefully we can continue the dialogue and we'll have more stories throughout this course.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. We'll be right back. I want to mention we emailed the governor this morning about today's interview. We're waiting for a response to see what he has to say about this ongoing fight. We'll be right back.